There are over 70 community sector organizations here on the West Island. This video is going to feature some of these nonprofit organizations. If you'd like more information about their services and programs, contact us.
We're trying to solve family turmoil. The Family Resource Center starts with the word family. It's our most precious resource. When the family is not working, we're trying to ensure that it does. And by dealing with both the parents and the children, we hope that that change and that change in dynamic happens faster and more effectively.
Souvent, les parents, en parlant tous ensemble, on se réalise, premièrement, la première réalité, c'est on a tous les mêmes problèmes. Je ne suis pas tout seul dans ma cour. Ça fait une grosse différence.
On offre des services d'accueil, d'écoute, d'accompagnement et de référence à des jeunes et des personnes aux prises avec une ou plusieurs problématiques. Ça peut être itinérance, santé mentale, santé physique, isolement, pauvreté, délinquance. On touche à tout, on est des généralistes. On effectue aussi la distribution de matériel de prévention, tels que des condoms et on distribue des seringues propres et on ramasse les seringues souillées aussi sur le territoire. We hire outreach workers for their savoir-être. Le savoir-faire et le savoir, ça passe en deuxième. On embauche vraiment des gens qui sont capables d'aller vers les gens et surtout de se faire accepter dans des milieux où c'est difficile de pénétrer.
Especially for teens, I think it's important to have a place to go after school to make sure that they're not, loitering around Fairview or hanging out in some parks. We try to emphasize physical activity because it does keep their mind kind of in the moment. It does allow their body but their brain as well to stay active, so it kind of keeps them away from the cell phones and the video games at the same time. They're in a safe, a secure, drug-free environment here, so we try to promote that healthy lifestyle, and I think more and more people are aware of that and have a desire to live a healthy lifestyle because they see the benefits that it can bring them.
I think what WIA aims to do is really make sure that people with an intellectual disability or autism have their place in this society, that they are accepted as worthy and productive individuals in this community. Souvent, on se prive, nous, on est dans des mondes très rapides, tout bouge très vite, et on se prive de petites activités récréatives, tandis qu'eux en profitent pleinement. Puis c'est vraiment de toute beauté de les voir s'amuser, de les voir interagir avec leurs pairs et de profiter des beaux moments de la vie. Ils le font, je pense, avec beaucoup plus d'habileté que nous.
Alors, au Centre Angelman, nous offrons du répit de fin de semaine, allant du répit de 6 heures au week-end complet. Donc, c'est un peu un répit à la carte, selon les besoins des familles. Ici, c'est une approche ludique. C'est-à-dire que nos participants ne sont pas ici pour des thérapies ou pour travailler, faire des tâches. Ils sont ici pour passer un bon moment, avoir du plaisir. C'est leur week-end à eux. Et donc, on offre une variété d'activités allant de la piscine au gymnase, salle sensorielle, salle de musique, activités de cuisine. Name it, on a une très grande programmation.
The main difference between our service and the taxi service is the accompaniment part. So our volunteers are there, yes, to drive, but they also physically help the person either from their apartment door, if need be, or the apartment itself or their home. They help them physically to the car, help them in the car, drive them to the appointment, and then when they get to the hospital, well, they park the vehicle, they go into the hospital with the patient, they bring them to the right department, they wait with them while they're waiting to see the doctor or their treatment. While they're doing it, they either go to the cafeteria or they bring a book and they sit down in the waiting room, and then they bring back the clients back home. So it's more than it's just a drive. It's really the accompaniment, the the personal care that's given as well is what Abovast service is.
Whenever you can give anything to help an organization like this, to me is a wonderful thing, and we just do this for ourselves. It's a free event for families. I find today kids want to be behind an iPad or an iPhone, and this gives them a chance to come as a family and enjoy themselves and talk about the things that they saw here and what they like the best, and it gives families a chance to talk. So that's why we do it, and just to help out in a community event like this, I think is a great thing.
And I think social isolation is a huge issue. I think we get so wrapped up in our own little world that we forget that there are people out there that don't have any family, they don't have friends, and they just need some social support. By having somebody visit with them once a week or once every 2 weeks, having somebody take them out on an outing, really reduces the number of hospital visits they make. It helps them eat better. Really, it's a chance to bring a smile to somebody's face. And people, a lot of the volunteers say, well, we don't really do much. We go out for coffee, we go out for outings, we go have lunch, we play Scrabble, we have a coffee in their house, and they don't think that's a big impact, but it has a huge impact on somebody who does not have a regular visitor.
Il y a beaucoup de tabous encore par rapport à la maladie d'Alzheimer. Il y a encore beaucoup de méconnaissances. Les gens ne connaissent pas c'est quoi l'implication des familles aussi quand une personne est atteinte de la maladie. Donc vraiment de sensibiliser la population, d'avoir une communauté qui est engagée face aux troubles neurocognitifs, que ce soit Alzheimer ou toute maladie apparentée. D'avoir une communauté qui est sensibilisée puis qui respecte ces gens-là, puis qui les invite à être encore actifs. Parce qu'il y a beaucoup de gens qui vont s'isoler par peur du jugement, parce que les gens ne connaissent pas nécessairement qu'est-ce que c'est la maladie. Les gens ont peur de ça aussi. Donc, d'être sensibilisé et de permettre à ce que ces gens-là soient encore inclus le plus possible dans la société.
Because 1 in 2 people are going to be diagnosed with cancer in their lifetime. So that's a horrifying statistic. And I think there's very few people that you could meet who in some way, shape, or form have not been touched by cancer. You're not alone. You might feel alone while you're going through cancer. Come through these doors and you won't be. We will be there for you no matter what that is. If it's to laugh, if it's to play a game of checkers, if it's to sing, if it's to get into some really interesting yoga poses or to, line dance or Zumba or cry, we'll be here for you. That makes a huge difference.
Sometimes asking or needing a resource, it can be for the most vulnerable people and it can be for the most wealthy in our society. Some of these issues can impact anyone at any time. So I think that's also important that it's for everyone and it really does serve the community at large. So thank all the volunteers, thank all the people who work in those organizations for what they do.
They're involved because they want to make a difference, and that's really what it comes down to. When you're surrounded by them and you see the work they do every day, you feel, well, maybe I should get involved in some way. So it really feeds on itself, and it is something that that network of community groups is really what makes us a community, because without those groups, without people in the community becoming involved in those groups, we are a community, but we're not being brought together.